Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post another quick video here. This is going to be the recent finds and what I've been spinning video. I don't have a ton of new vinyl. I've been playing a lot of vinyl late, but I don't have a ton of new vinyl to show, just a few things. Because mainly, I'm always going through my phases, and I kind of been on a CD phase the last few months or whatever. Especially when it comes to the whole box set thing. That's really been kind of the focus on the collection side of my phase, my current phase, if you will. But I'll probably do a video maybe here where I pull out some of the CDs that I've recently gotten and been listening to and so forth. But this is going to be strictly vinyl this time. So let me just kind of dive right into it. This is a new find that I've grown to love really, really fast. I didn't know anything about this group at all, the Shout Out Louds, and this is Optica. There's a store I go to called Hastings, which, usually when I go to this particular town, there's not one here in town, but when I go to this particular town for work, sometimes I'll pop in just to browse through things or whatever, and they always seem to have these just kind of out of nowhere markdowns. Not a sale, but it'll just be an odd group of records where they've just marked like $25, $30 records down to like literally $3 and $4. I remember I picked up a copy of a Disturbed Sickness, which typically went for anywhere from $29 to $35, and they had it marked down to like $7 or something like that. So I always flipped through, and this was one that they had marked that way. It was from $22 all the way down to $3.98. So I was like, well, heck, I'll check it out, and if I don't like it, I'll sell it on eBay or see if someone in the VC likes it and pass it on and blah, blah, blah. And brought it home and turned it on and loved it. Oh my god. If you are an 80s fan, especially an 80s new wave type fan, I mean, you could easily take this record and dump it into 1986 and it would fit right into place. That whole kind of synth pop type of thing, vocally, I'm not going to quite say like Psychedelic Furs vocally. It's not quite as like the European type accent, so to speak. But I mean, a lot of those qualities from that 80 new waves completely falls into this album. So again, if you're an 80s fan, you have got to check this album out because you will absolutely love it. Takes you right back to that time period. Next, Lou Reed. Gave that a nice little spin the other day. Hadn't heard this album in quite some time, so I had to kind of rediscover it a little bit. Alice in Chains. Black Gives Way to Blue. Another very cool piece. And of course, my go-to, Roxy Music, Avalon. I'm always spinning this record or the CD. But, just, again, more than this and Avalon, I can never get enough of those two songs. That record just, as you've heard me mention a number of times, even just looking at the cover right now gives me the creeps. I don't know what it is, but that record makes me feel something. Heavenly Kid, dipped in my 80s soundtracks. This is a fantastic one. Great movie, great soundtrack, the whole nine. Favorite song on here, of course, is The Heavenly Kid, Out on the Edge, which is just, one of those classic 80s tracks and classic 80s movies. You want some soul? Make sure you have this album in your collection. Sam Cooke Live at the Harlem Square. Man, I mean, Sam straight goes to church on this album. It's phenomenal. And again, falling back into some 80s here. After the Fire. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember this one. They had that one hit, I can never pronounce that right. Is it Dirk Commissar? I can never pronounce it right. Even though they say it in the song, I still can't pronounce it right. But it's a really, really good album. And this is kind of another go-to album for me. I tend to spin this one a lot periodically. Ritual Union by Little Dragon. Very, very cool album here too. A very pleasant album to listen to. Just kind of unique in a number of ways. And the man, Teddy, I recently showed him in the Big Star 1000's contest video, and I kind of kept it out and gave it a spin. And you know, again, Ted is one of those guys that it's easy just to, you know, kind of do the whole, oh yeah, Ted Nugent, I know Ted Nugent, and yeah, Ted. But then sometimes you have to really kind of go back and rediscover him, because you start to realize some of the amazing things that he did. You know, and it's this Cat Scratch Fever, just a really, really great album. Not to mention, I've always said, since I had the, you know, the opportunity to see Ted live, you may know songs like Stranglehold, Cat Scratch Fever, and all of that, but you have not experienced them until you actually hear and see Ted do them live. I mean, when he plugs into that stack, and I mean, when those riffs start, it's just live, it's a totally different experience, and very, very cool stuff. But anyway, moving right along, I gave Dynasty a spin. Yeah, disco, whatever else people want to say, I don't care. Kiss, it's fabulous. I love it. I Was Made for Loving You is one of my favorite songs by them, so I claim it. The Doors, or self-titled, everyone knows this album. A lot of great stuff on there. This is an interesting one too. Rupert Holmes, again, I showed this in Big Star 1000's video, so I kept it out and gave it a spin. You know, he's most well known for the song Escape, the Pina Colada song, but it's really kind of weird. If you go through and listen to the rest of this album, especially songs like Partners in Crime and a few other things, he was kind of a freak, kind of a weirdo in a sense. You know, it's amazing when you think about certain songs as being like hardcore based on like how much distortion or power that's coming out of the song. But if you just looked at lyrics and things of that nature, this album in some places is a little twisted, and you would never kind of assume that from the soft rock, you know, Pina Colada song. Even though if you think about that, that song's actually kind of twisted. Two people trying to cheat on each other, and they try to secretly hook up with people with ads, and they end up being each other. I mean, that's kind of twisted when you think about it. So that's kind of a little bit of hard rock and metal hidden inside of a soft rock delivery. But moving right along, Power of Zeus, some classic, what I label as psych. Love that album cover. Donnas, of course. Don't have to explain anything about them. Just need to get kind of a little fix the other day. Nina Cherry. You know, she had that main hit Buffalo Stance back in, was it 80s or 90s? 88. I hated that song when it first came out. I think it's total genius now. Absolutely love it. Love that album cover too. Just kind of simple and really nice. Another one of my go-to albums, Tycho, Awake. I play this album all the time, in my car, at home. I'm going to actually wear this one out to the point where I know I'm going to have to get another copy. That's a fantastic album. And again, this is just kind of, it's all instrumental. I don't know the, sorry, laundry's done. I don't know the technical term for the type of like electronic, I don't know, it's more like synth pop with no lyrics, I guess, but again, I don't know. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou soundtrack, fabulous, good old down home, twangy country, bluegrass, fantastic album. And this was kind of weird too, because I was listening to Madonna the other day. For whatever reason, I got the urge to throw on, you know, just some old 80s stuff, and I went and pulled out Madonna. And it was amazing how much I enjoyed listening to this album. Not even necessarily just the music, but just going back to that type of 80s music and putting it on the turntable. It was just like a, just some really cool experience. I mean, I just enjoyed listening to it that much beyond just the music, which is really neat. And so, some strange reason, when I was listening to Madonna, I got the urge to go pull out as the next album to listen to, Slayer, which makes no sense. But again, something just kind of clicked there. And it's actually a new contest idea. Well, actually, I'll do that later. I'll bring it up later. Bikini Kills, another one I hadn't spun in quite some time and gave that a little twist. Very interesting stuff there. Everybody knows Green Day. I say Green Day? My bad. REM Green. Yeah, I got a really strange urge to hear Orange Crush the other day, so I had to give that a spin. Little Testament. Another classic track. That album actually gets better the more I listen to it, which is nice. Archie Shepp, Mama Too Tight, kind of some good, nice cross between traditional and, you know, definitely more on the free jazz side. This is a fantastic album. Psychedelic Lollipops, another nice kind of psych spin the other day. Always enjoy revisiting that album as well. Another classic 80s soundtrack, Streets of Fire. Great movie, you know, Fire Inc. and a number of other groups on this, so I love this album from front to back. Tears for Fears, The Hurting. You know, you got Mad World and you know, a number of different good things on here. As you can see, I was kind of beating down the soundtracks. Eddie and the Cruisers. Okay, that a spin. Coltrane Ascension. Again, when it comes to my desire to listen to free jazz, this is one of the albums I always go back to. Actually, one of my top 3 favorite free jazz albums. Survivor. And again, it's really interesting because the order I'm showing these is pretty much the order I listen to them in, because I kind of just, you know, set them in place as I finish listening to one going to the next. So I have no idea where that order comes from, but Bad Brains, Eye Against Eye, another great album. If you want a little kind of hardcore, if you want some kind of metal, if you want some kind of reggae, you pretty much get it all through Bad Brains. And last but not least, Mike and the Mechanics. All right, and again, I kind of have a contest idea. I was going to bring it up now because 2 of the records in here is what kind of sparked the idea, but I'll save it for a different video or whatever. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been spinning. That's what's been jamming the last week or so. And so as always, and as well as some new finds thrown in there. But yeah, let me know what you think as always, VC, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.